Alright, hello, this is Alex Algitz doing my biweekly for March 17th. It's kind of more of a monthly, this one, because I skipped my biweekly for spring break. Um, but I did do a research update, I believe, on the 26th. So that's a little bit of, I guess, a couple days more recent. But okay, this is just the Protenics stuff. Have it with 1v1 and Karlgren, um, using that newer model. And then there's another kind of tidbit about this that I'll come to later. Okay, so running OnionNet has kind of stunk for like the past month, apparently, which kind of blows because apparently it was supposed to take like an hour, but it hasn't. It's took many hours. Um, so yeah, Amino 2 has the separate ligand and protein PDBs, which just means that I need to rip apart the Protein-X stuff, which I already have done, and then wipe them off the face of the earth. Um, but I already have done it, have that script, and Logan has a splitting chain script, which should be between the two of those. Like I should figure out how to do it. I don't think I'm not too worried about that part of it. How about so finally, I got Onion 2 to run for an example. There were lots of errors that I had to fight through. Um, weirdly. I guess some of them were self-inflicted, like the one time I did just completely forget to clone the repository. But even after that, it took maybe 2 to 3 hours to get it to actually work. Um, but yeah, before I was getting it, I was getting like odd error messages about like the shape or like the shells being messed up. Let me try and show. It's like this line here, shells, and then shape. It's something to do with math. Um, I don't quite understand the math, but it was being weird. So yeah, at first, Gemini was like, it's gonna mess up the math. But then after I like sent it like all of my stuff, it was like, oh, it's actually fine. So I was just gonna have Logan double check it. Um, more stuff. Yeah, going back to the Protonex thing, 6 drugs worth of files were just missing. And then I went back and looked and I did find um a file like at least one drug that like it just had error instead of the 100 samples like it should have. So it was weird. Gonna have to figure out if that was just like random because all the other ones were perfectly fine, or if it just didn't like those drugs or whatever. This seems like it could develop into a little wild goose chase. I'm hoping it doesn't, and I just need to run it a second time. That was kind of annoying. Um, so yeah, kind of for my next steps, check that my onion is working. Run those 6 missing drugs, and then I was gonna ask you like, what if they don't run? Like, probably shouldn't leave them out because we're comparing everything else on Karlgren, but I don't know. Hopefully that just solves itself here, or I solve it quickly. Um, and then regenerating those ripped apart on Unit 2 structures. Um, and then once I rip those apart and have all 225, it turns out drugs, um, like I should just be able to like 1, 2, 3, go and get on Unit 2 to run. So we'll see. And then do 1v3 and 2v1. And then I'll at least have one line of stuff done, which would be cool. And then I was gonna ask like what like starting structure am I using for 1B3 and 2B1 if it's one of Logan's computational stuff that he was working on because there's no good crystal structure. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I got. I got Onion 2 to run, so that's a positive from this week.